I think that's what I'm looking to see with this. Is the magic there?
Flounder, stop being such a guppy.
I'm not a guppy.
Spoke a little too soon. Ooh.
You know, you can't back down. You gotta show him who's in charge.
Look at the longing in his eyes.
What do you know about longing?
That's a good point. What do you know about longing? That would be me. You would need to literally dash me over the boat.
Eric had nothing to do with it.
Eric? Eric? Have you lost your senses?
I bet you know his name.
And you belong to me.
Oh dear. That's a lot of spit, guy.
He's got a best guy.
That looks incredible, to be fair. Chills. What go on, people, thems? So this movie reaction has been kind of brewing since I heard it was coming, to be fair, and it combines some of my favourite things. So it combines like a love of Disney. So my Patreon members will know that like I love me some Disney, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, as much as I'm into like all this, you know, Stranger Things and or Black Mirror and all that dark weird stuff, like give me some light comical talking crabs any day. And of course I'm talking about the Little Mermaid. So you've got a bit of Disney, like you've got Halle Bailey, and I think for me that combination, I'm just super excited. And I think, you know, particularly as like a black person, like I think it's so powerful that like we've got a movie that is kind of just saying, you know what, like we can break a lot of these stigmas and just have people in movies and it be okay and absolutely fine. So I think for me, I'm personally invested in wanting to see the movie anyway, from a Disney perspective, from a Halle perspective, a black person perspective. But you know, notwithstanding though, I do want it to be a good movie. Do you know what I mean? Like, so my fingers are crossed. I'm going in with an open mind. Like I've obviously heard certain things on the internet and stuff, and one of my best mates actually just said he watched it with his kids last week, and he was like, "Nah, mate." So you know, there's lots of things that telling me that like, oh, it might not be as. But you know, I'm going into it with an open mind, and yeah, I'm hopeful. The only thing I will say though is that the majority of like live action kind of Disney remakes haven't really been hitting the mark. You know, even The Lion King, which obviously had Beyonce at the head of that, like with I'm sure that she produced it, or that there was part. Well, she had a lot to do with that movie anyway. And I mean, I loved Spirit, but I didn't necessarily love the movie as much as like some of, well, just the originals. I mean, like the magic of the originals. I think that's what I'm looking to see with this. Is the magic there? So yeah, I'm gonna go into it open-minded, and I'm gonna be completely fair as well. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna give an honest opinion, but I am hopeful. I'm really hopeful. So okay, so this is The Little Mermaid. I've got my skull and crossbones like glass. I mean, there's Baileys in here, but. Oof. The sea, a dangerous mistress. All this freaks me out anyway because I can't swim. Right, so this is like one of my worst nightmares. Mermaid has no tears, and therefore she suffers so much more. It's quite powerful, isn't it? Oh. Oh. It's human nature just to kill everything, and it just awful. Well,
what are you doing? It's a mermaid! A mermaid? Use your eyes! What were you thinking?
Tonight's the coral moon. They say this is when the Sea King calls his mermaid daughters together to lure men to their death.
Is that what they say?
I mean, we do like a good fable, a good myth and legend.
It's up the top, that's all.
That's the Sea King's doing. He'd pull us under himself if he could.
I mean, he probably can. Like, we love a prince that can get himself involved.
Call me selfish, but I do not want to tell the Queen that her son fell overboard on my watch.
Fair.
Eric, pay attention. I need you to be more careful.
Thing is, I can't quite remember exactly how the original went either, so I'm like, did all this happen in the original? Some very CGI fishes. Some very regal looking mermaids. Is that a cape of fishes? Oh, no, Ariel.
Sebastian, we were supposed to see to it that Ariel was here.
That child, she is impossible. I reminded her about the gathering just this morning. What more can one crustacean do?
You can go find her.
I'm trying to pinpoint Sebastian's accent here.
Flounder. Stop being such a guppy.
I'm not a guppy.
Okay. So both Flounder and Sebastian obviously look a bit different, a bit more lifelike. They're still quite cute. I do remember this from the original, with the ship.
Do you really think there might be sharks around here?
Oh, Flounder.
It sounds like a genuine concern. Like,
Calm down. Nothing is going to happen. Flounder, look out!
spoke a little too soon. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Very clever. Ugh, dear.
You okay, Flounder?
Sure. I mean, I've seen bigger sharks. Just, you know, you can't back down. You gotta show them who's in charge.
Not me jumping in a Disney movie. Like, what?
Hey kid, how you doing? Don't mind me, I was just grabbing a snack. It's a it's a dingle hopper.
Can birds be underwater for that length of time?
Style their hair. You just give it a little twirl, a little yank, you might get some pieces with it.
Yes, the gathering of King Triton's daughters, -1.
My father's gonna kill me.
I need to understand the accent. Like, I can't. It's not Jamaican. I know that, but like, I don't think it's Trini. I don't know what. Jetson and Judson, is it?
Yes, hurry home, princess. Nice to be the one throwing the parties and not waiting on an invitation. Now look at me, the family pariah, wasting away to practically nothing. Well, I'll give them something to celebrate.
I think she sounds really good. Like, I might be on my own with that, but
Ariel's fault. We were exploring and a shark chased us.
Shark?
oh,
Try to understand you long enough, but as long as you live in my ocean, you'll obey my rules. Do you understand that? Was I too hard on her?
Definitely not. It's like I always say, children got to live by their parents' rules.
My Ariel needs constant supervision.
Constant.
Someone to watch over her.
All the time, day and night.
And you're just a crap to die.
I don't know. I'm so hung up on his accent. Right? I need to figure out what that is. It's bugging me. But okay. There's some really pretty things in here, man.
Are you okay?
He doesn't even hear me. I'm just not like him. I don't see things the way he does. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Love to explore that shore above us.
Chills. Oh my god, it's so stunning. It's just so stunning, isn't it? Like, ugh. Although, if you've ever seen like the parody of that song called "The Dirty Little Mermaid," it's really hard to it's really hard not to hear that when she's singing it.
Ariel, don't!
But that's the first time you ever saw fireworks. You were like, "Oh my god, the sky's on fire!"
I'll tell you a tale of the bottom.
Oh, I love a sea chant. Oh. She sees something she likes.
You, sire, are not everyone else. It's time you separated yourself from the rest of the crew.
I mean, it's nice to be part of the people.
Otherwise, cut off from the rest of the world.
Exactly.
No, when you came to us 21 years ago, the king and queen took you in and treated you as one of their own.
Oh. So he wasn't prince by, like, they wasn't born in the king and queen. I didn't realise that.
Your father would have expected that.
Yes, trapped inside that castle in isolation and fear. I can't do it.
Parallels.
I want to be a different kind of leader. That's the whole reason we're on this voyage, don't you see? Storm coming in fast.
Oh wow! This is a rapid turnaround. Man, how scary this actually be? Like, to be sailing or open like this and some massive storm just comes along. Oh. 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 What is that? And that's on fire as well. Oh gosh.
Lifeboat! Abandoned ship!
That would be me. You would need to literally dash me over the boat. Oh, the dog? Ah. Yes, Ariel. Oh. Oh. Murky, silent depths of the ocean. She's so beautiful. And in the like heights of catastrophe, still looks glowing.
Oh no.
What would I pay to stay here beside you?
That's such a like amazing little scene.
He's alive!
And it's also quite telling that she's like, I wanna live my whole life out with you. I haven't seen you one time. But I guess, you know, you said a lot of like life lesson-y type of things on that boat. So maybe she was like,
Someday I'll be part of your world.
That is dedication. That's commitment.
She's already in love with the human world, and now she found her soulmate. Oh. Finally, get the power away from Triton. That should have been mine all along.
Because I read somewhere that like Ursula and Titan are meant to be brother and sister or something.
I just have to find Ariel and get her back home.
In the ocean.
Sebastian, how did you find me?
What is all of this?
Look at the longing in his eyes.
What you know about longing?
The good point. What do you know about longing?
You have to let go of this obsession with humans.
I'm not obsessed.
I may be crusty, but I'm not blind. I saw you the night of the shipwreck.
What?
Your father wants you to stay as far away from them as possible. Listen to me. The human world is a mess. Life under the sea is better than anything they got going on up there.
Okay. Okay. You change it up a little bit then. This is really cool.
Yeah, that's why it's under the water. Hey, Ariel.
Imagine grinning in someone's face, being like, I know, it's so great, like, oh, under the sea, what? Peace. Me gone. That was cool, man. That was different to the original.
Any sign of that girl yet, Grimsby?
We looked, sire, but there was no girl.
You're not leaving this castle until you're feeling better.
I'll feel better when I find her.
Your responsibilities are here now. So, no more voyages and no more chasing after girls who don't exist.
What would you do? You're my baby. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to lose you.
Freedom from the life I always knew.
This is new.
Lost at sea in these wild, uncharted waters. Come find me.
Don't know what I made in that song, to be honest. There's like bits of it. I was like, okay, don't know. Jury's out on that one for me.
Humans have any idea how much damage their shipwrecks do?
I don't think they intended to have a shipwreck.
They are careless, Ariel. You were just a child when Mother died, then Father stopped us going to the surface.
I just mean, we're not all the same, so why should humans be?
What about humans?
Oh.
They're the most dangerous species of all. Spoiling our waters, destroying the reefs.
Ariel, where are you? What's going on with her?
Wonder who the lucky merman is.
Take off the mer, more of the man.
Sebastian, I know you've been keeping something from me.
Oh, I tried to stop her, sir. I tried to stop her from going to the service. I told her to stay away from humans when
I remember this scene. Oh dear.
Just getting started.
So, you broke the rules.
A man was drowning. I had to save him.
You should have let him drown. They killed your mother.
I know. Why blame every human? Mother wouldn't.
No, enough.
And Eric had nothing to do with it.
Eric? Eric? Have you lost your senses?
I bet you know his name.
I swear I will get through to you!
No! Please! Father!
Aww. I mean, the gag is that she's probably going to definitely leave again now. Well, we know she's this in the movie.
Ariel, I'm...
Just go away.
This whole adage, you know, parents wanting the best for their kids, kids thinking they know the best and not knowing all the dangers.
Poor sweet child. He can be so angry. I'm your Auntie Ursula.
The sea witch?
The what?
the hoofer?
Wait.
Yes.
I'm still here.
How can you help me?
So what happens, you push people to the extremes. They go to the sea witch. Ugh. It's not giving inviting, is it, Ariel? Let's be honest. All those little urchin things. Oof. Oof, dude.
Unless you become a human yourself.
Become human?
It's what I do. And I fortunately know a little magic.
Even got the little shimmy shimmy in.
Before the sun sets on the third day, you and Princey must share a kiss. And not just any kiss. The kiss of true love. But if you don't, you'll turn back into a mermaid. And you belong to me.
Oh dear. So do you make that kind of deal?
Wrath of Ruga, come winds of the Caspian Sea.
Oh man, she's got so far to get to.
Oh, Ariel.
Now it's just a matter of time.
Oh, she won't remember. Okay.
And she's mine.
It's pretty evil, really. I think she's pretty sick as Ursula, to be honest.
Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy.
Must be a shock. I'll go find something to cover you up.
I thought you weren't supposed to be up here. Now you're taking boat rides?
That run sea witch, she stole Ariel's voice. I didn't tell you about the sea witch.
Bye-bye. And don't tell anyone about the sea witch.
I mean, you think that maybe they would tell someone about the sea witch?
I can't quite figure it out.
It's the slapping on the feet.
Idiot.
You know,
Idiot.
we've discussed this. I don't like it when you call me an idiot. Why don't you tell me something nice? Hey, Scuttle, your feathers look good.
Hey, Scuttle, your feathers look good.
What on earth?
The girl got tangled in my net.
Is she all right?
She'll survive, but she's been through it though. Won't say a word.
Are we only food for slaughter?
Nice, doesn't it? Oh, look at you. You must be starving. Rosa, get this poor child some food. And quick, before she tries to eat this grub.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, they're talking about you.
I'll get the prince.
As I wait for the first time, here for the first time.
I'm so sorry to hear what
I mean, it's something that he's not even like. Does she kind of resemble anyone that I've seen late? No, it's just the vocals, yeah? Just the vocals. Okay. Good to know.
You gotta kiss the prince. Don't you remember? You only have 3 days to... Hello?
Completely blank.
No. She's put a spell on you. You can't remember, can you?
It's good that he still wants to help, do you know what I mean? Because it is a pretty ridiculous situation. And also, very fortunate that they managed to find her.
Ooh, a buffet.
A buffet.
Has Ariel killed the prince yet?
No, not killed, kissed, you bird brain.
Oh.
Was that a bed? 'Cause that looked very uncomfortable if it was. Ooh, a room full of what's its and whose bits. Whose bits? Whatever she called them. Doodangles. I mean, that must be amazing though. Like, you've had a whole life of not seeing these things and just... The Cave of Wonders. Aladdin reference.
You?
Not the best hiding spot, to be honest.
My Little Mermaid. It's all right. It's all right. You can look at it. Isn't she beautiful?
Yes, I am.
I know it must seem silly collecting all this stuff, but... No, wait! How did you know that was in there?
It's one of my cousins.
How do I?
Yeah, that's it, yeah, go get it, I see ya.
That's a lot of spit, guy. That's a lot of spituals.
I could show you around, if you like.
But sire...
Oh, Grimsby, good. We'll need a horse and carriage.
Can't fraternise with the common folk.
They have quiet words.
I hate when people do this. Got a quiet word. Just thank you. Just.
I feel better than ever.
Yes. Yes, I can see that. Suppose we could spare one carriage.
Ah, alright then. I'll take it back. I thought it was going to be like, no, but it's actually helping him out, so alright then.
Looks like you made a friend there. Come on, Max.
You know you're in when the family pet likes you.
Down beast. I still got it.
Yeah, fair play, Sebastian. Alright. Need to crab.
Is that the girl who washed up the other day?
Yes, it is, Lashana.
Didn't the queen tell him to stay in the castle?
Yes, she did, Lashana.
Aren't you going to get into trouble for fetching him a carriage?
What carriage, Lashana?
What the queen don't know cannot hurt her. I mean, King Triton's whole daughter's away and he's got no idea. Parenting 101.
Do you want to try? Here.
Breadfruit, coconuts, cassava.
You don't want it? Get some water.
You don't want it? Hasn't got a clue. Bless her.
Hey, go find Flounder. We got to move this thing along, and quick.
Okay, bossy.
It's amazing that those three, the bird, Scuttle, Sebastian and Flounder, can even influence any of this. Being so little in the sea and, yeah. That was cool, I liked that.
Hey! Hey, come back with that! Come on!
I mean, this is commitment, because I'd probably just let the bird fly off with the hat.
I didn't want to lose this.
As a memory of the day, or you just got it today? Oh, that was a look, that wasn't it?
Me. Wow, chicka wow, wow, chicka wow, wow, chicka wow.
We got to blend in with the sounds of nature so she doesn't hear us. Percussion.
Nah, my chin.
My oh my, look like the boy too shy. Ain't gonna kiss the girl.
Oh, harmony.
He's gonna miss the girl.
Ariel. 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 Oh.
That's quite clever how they've done that.
Kiss the girl.
Not me secretly being like, oh my god, kiss her. Kiss her now.
I don't get it. I didn't think that little barracuda stood a chance luring him in without a voice.
I mean, imagine.
Oh, there it is. I got it.
That's a lot.
Make Triton arrive. I'll see him wriggle like a worm on a hook.
A worm on a hook.
What do you mean she's gone?
Oh, finally.
Looking and looking. Why would she leave? I have no idea.
Yeah.
What have I done?
Anger and brute force ain't always the way, man. Not in, like, 2023.
Then where is he? Oh, he's not searching for that fantasy girl, I hope.
No, Your Majesty, and that I can say with certainty.
I wasn't supposed to leave the castle today, but I'm glad I did.
Oh, he looks so cute.
Good night.
Oh, they're so cute. They're so cute.
Sire, don't be held back by what you think should be. Think only of what is.
You got a stone cold stunner in front of you, man. That's what is. Oh, he's so trippy. I mean, she's also gorgeous, to be fair. But you're the witch!
Hey, have you not heard that scuttlebutt?
You're bad.
No, the gossip, the buzz, the who said what, who does that, yeah, the scuttlebutt.
Let's go, bud.
So we gotta go before the sun go down.
What? Gotta get her ready for the big showdown.
Right.
Go ahead and get her out of bed and get her ready for the wedding. Set the setting so we can't slow down. The scuttlebutt.
That's sick. That is sick. That's definitely the best new song I've heard in the whole thing so far. That's sick. Let's go, bud. Oh, I'm not ready to see her disappointed face.
It is. I was mistaken. It seems you really have found the girl of your dreams after all.
It's what we both want.
Then let's begin preparations.
I love the fact that no one spots it just mysteriously glowing in the middle of the day.
So long, Red.
Aww, be heartbroken.
Well, we have to do something before Prince Eric ends up with that slimy squid.
I mean, it might have been good for Triton to know a little bit sooner, to be honest, but...
Heroism's too strong a word for it, but I suppose I did save Eric.
I'm just so great.
According to the servants, she left the castle early this morning. Left? Can you blame her, Eric? I don't understand. This is not like you.
Yes, Scuttle.
Has anybody seen the ring? Oh, have you seen the ring? Have you seen...
Okay, Grimsby. Yeah, Max don't like you either.
Ariel, I can look at you. Who is that?
Darling!
Get out!
Ariel.
Yes.
I should have known.
Ah, why is this making me emotional?
No! You're too late!
Stay back!
Shut up!
Shut up!
Eric! You made a deal, remember? 3 days, no kiss? Yeah, is it all coming back to you? I thought so. Well, now you gotta live with it, Toots.
I gotta live with it, Toots.
Forget it, big brother. She belongs to me now. What do you say to a trade?
Is Triton... They wouldn't have done that to Triton. Surely not.
On your human heartthrob! No!
Oh. Their beaks are floating around you.
Get the sword, she'll kill you!
I'm not leaving you!
Oh, I remember this scene.
Now I rule the seas and all will be helpless under my power!
That looks incredible, to be fair. You don't know about Prince Eric, mate. Oh, so it's her that did this. I thought it was Eric that did that. So Ariel saved today. Okay. I would think if someone had a massive trident as big as that they'd just blow up the boat. But maybe she just never saw it coming. Oh. I thought it brought him back to life. So he actually was gone then.
You gave your life for me.
And you fought to get my life back.
Didn't fight alone, Father.
A mermaid has no tears.
You were right. I was chasing after a fantasy girl.
No, I was wrong. She was very real. Our worlds were never meant to be together.
Ah.
Sebastian!
You know man's powerful when the voice booms like that. You go, what does he want now? Have I not done enough?
I've done everything in my power to make her happy.
Well, not quite.
Right, Sebastian.
Then there's just one problem left.
And what's that, Your Majesty?
How much I'm going to miss my little one.
Ah. Why does that make him emotional?
Again?
It's never enough.
Max?
Ah. Why is this actually making me Ah. Ah.
Your marriage marks a new beginning for us.
Oh, little scallywag, you.
Keep her from me. I hope she causes you less trouble than I did.
I was right about the dingle hopper, wasn't I?
Yes, you were, Scuttle. You were.
Is the dad gonna show up? Oh. No sisters.
You ready?
Oh, they're going to that, but I was gonna say, like, a big journey in just that boat. That's a lot of rowing. Ah.
Eric,
Thank you for hearing me.
you shouldn't have had to give up your voice to be heard. And I will always be here for you.
Ah, dear me. Oh, well, she can cry now.
I love you both.
In somebody else's lake. Dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Hey! Okay. Well, I'm gonna let that continue to play. I mean, I don't think there's gonna be any kind of Marvel end cutscenes, whatever, but do you know what? Yeah, I don't know what it is about Disney. I mean, The Lion King didn't make me cry. I'm trying to think what other remakes I've ever seen. The Jungle Book remake, I don't think made me cry either. Oh, there might have been some bits in it that were sad, but this is the only one I can remember in recent memory anyway that's genuinely actually made me cry. And I'm surprised because if I'm honest, like so going into this, like there were so many reasons why I really wanted to like it. But I won't lie, when it started, I was a little bit like, I'm gonna hate this movie, man. With the CGI with the fish, like that was the first thing that just caught me, and I'm just like, oh, this is like really CGI heavy, like, and I don't know if I even really necessarily like the CGI as well, because it doesn't look like, obviously the whole point of it being like a live action remake is that it looks realistic and stuff, but then, you know, sometimes CGI can make it look a little bit just like I'm playing a game or like I'm a PlayStation or whatever. So when Tritons with the daughters are like floating around and when we started going into the lagoon, the Mermaid Lagoon, and I was like, oh, this doesn't look great. Like, I'm not a big fan of this. And then Sebastian, I'll be honest, I struggled with him the whole way through because I'm like, I can't place this accent because it sounds to me like someone's putting on an accent. But I don't know, because in the original movie, the guy that plays Sebastian was actually played by somebody from the Caribbean, which I was like, what? In fact, let me Google that just to make sure I'm not talking. Okay, so maybe someone got the information wrong then. Like, and in fact, while I'm here, let me check this one too. David Diggs. Okay, look, I guess it doesn't necessarily matter what someone's background is, because people can play different people, right? I mean, we've got a black girl playing Ariel, so people can play different things. But I think, you know what it is just good, yeah, like, because obviously there are different islands for different things. I think that's the reason why I was like, well, I don't listen to Trini or St. Nevis or Bayesian. You know, I don't listen to those accents all the time. So I'm like, maybe is it someone like that's doing like a watered down version of one of those? Because it's definitely not Jamaican. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, it's definitely not that. Because again, I had in my head someone had said to me that the original voice of Sebastian was actually played by somebody from the West Indies, but I was like, I don't think it was, because I'm like, all of my life I've never thought that, yeah, and this is only within like the last year or so that someone told me that, and I'm glad to see that I was right. So I think I struggled with Sebastian because I'm like, well, the accent isn't accenting for me, like, and I'm baffled because I'm like, well, you've built up a whole world. So okay, let me just pause there. So struggled with Sebastian. The initial look of Flounder, I was a bit like, okay, but he grew on me as well, because I thought it was quite cute. I did think it was quite cute. And similarly with Scuttle as well, I was a bit like, okay. Not quite sure about these three, but they all grew on me. Like, I thought they were really cool. Considering what I heard about Melissa McCarthy's performance, I'm actually really impressed, if I'm honest. Heard a lot of stuff about what they thought about her portrayal of Ursula, and I actually don't think it was that bad at all. I thought, considering the character and how, you know, gross she was, like, and I think she did a really good job. And if she sang that song as well, which it sounded like she did, I thought she did a really good job. I thought Eric was really good. I thought he actually played a good Eric. Interesting about the whole, like, he wasn't born into the family, because I don't remember that part at all. But I thought that was an interesting take on that. For me, I thought Halle was the absolute star of the whole thing. I just thought she was, and again, I was preparing myself not to like this movie. Do you know what I mean? Like, as much as I was like, I'm really hopeful, I was like, I've heard enough, and the people I know, I trust their opinions and stuff, but I actually really liked that. I think there were certain things they did in it that was completely different, which was nice. So there were certain songs, I didn't really like Eric's song. I couldn't really get on, I don't know. And then it just seemed a little bit like, it just seemed like a bit much, like someone that was on the floor, like, please! Come back to me. Like, I don't know. I don't know about that. I like the fact that they kind of base this whole thing about it being within the Caribbean as well, which I thought was quite an interesting take on it, really, because that wasn't necessarily something that I picked up on in the original animated movie. But when you look at things like, you know, look at Pirates of the Caribbean, for example. Do you know what I mean? You've got that whole kind of sea god thing with Callisto, and like there's lots of I guess realms of that. And I suppose you've got Sebastian, who they had with a Caribbean accent. So it kind of makes sense that actually it would be filmed somewhere kind of around the Caribbean. And I like that whole kind of market scene where you know, they were talking about breadfruit and cassava, and they mentioned something else about breadfruit, cassava. Oh, they mentioned mangoes, but there was something else that they said. And I was like, yo, they're going in, and coconuts, obviously. But, so I just thought that was quite, again, in keeping with making it a bit more realistic, which obviously, therefore, includes, you know, more brown people. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, that's actually really cool. But, like, there were still lots of different types of people within it. Loved the kind of, the differences of the mermaids and stuff, because, again, that happened in the animated movie too. So I thought that was quite cool. I think I think for the first kind of 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes, I was just very skeptical, and I'm just being like, as much as I want to like this, I don't think I'm gonna, because again, it doesn't have like again, the magic that like Disney, this isn't gonna have that. Like Sebastian didn't look like that to me. Definitely didn't sound like that. Flounder don't look like that. Now you've got my man swinging around the boat, like singing this song that I've never heard. But actually, the kind of the slight differences that they did make just really added to it. You know, the bit with Ursula and how she kind of did all that bit in terms of getting the contract with Ariel, how she lost her voice. So obviously sticking to the scripts. I think the only thing I would say actually that I thought could have been a little better, and I think they redeemed it at the end, I suppose, was just how kind of cold Triton was. Like, obviously he was quite stern, like when he was in the animated movie. And I suppose actually when I think about it, it was only really during the end that he did like thaw out, because even when he was kind of talking to Sebastian, he was a bit of a, you know, he wasn't very nice. So I suppose he's kind of kept that very stern like the whole way through. And I think that whole bit, like with him blowing everything up and stuff in a little cabin, like that was done really, really well. Because again, you really felt that kind of difference between her and her dad, or her father. But I think what I really loved about it, in terms of like a Disney movie for me, I mean, I said I cried. Like, I mean, that a Disney movie that's not able to catch that magic between like the you know, the lovers of the movie, to me is never going to work. And I suppose that's why, you know, with The Lion King it probably didn't work as well, because actually you're trying to emote on a very realistic looking lion, which is probably quite difficult. But with this, they were able to take like a slightly different set of circumstances in terms of like the setting, and obviously a different like lead, but it still completely worked. Like, I didn't look at that and think at any point like, you're not Ariel. Like, and I think because again, like the mermaids that were in there was such a like a variety. Like, it didn't feel like, it's a bit like watching the Cinderella movie that Brandy was in with Whitney Houston and stuff, with Whoopi Goldberg, and like that was such an eclectic like mix of actors and from different ethnicities and backgrounds and stuff. And at no point were you like, oh well, this can't be Cinderella. Like, it was still magical, it was still amazing. And I think that's how I kind of see this. Like, it was still like when they had that whole thing for the market and like the thing with his hat and stuff, and then they go into the lagoon, like all of that was like really beautiful. Like, and still, and actually the CGI at that point, I was like, this is actually quite stunning. I liked it. Like, I personally would say that for a live action remake, it's probably my favourite one. I mean, I haven't seen Beauty and the Beast, which just popped up here, which I probably need to watch. And I haven't seen Mulan either, actually. But and I guess I'm only really comparing it to Jungle Book and The Lion King. Oh, and Aladdin. I have seen Aladdin as well, which I didn't hate Aladdin, actually, the remake. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. Where I think with this, I did really like. I thought I liked the music that was involved. That Scuttlebutt tune with Scuttle. I forgot his name, the bird. And I'm sure isn't she the girl that's in Quan Chi and the Ten Rings? Like, he's like best friend. It sounded like her anyway. That's one of my favourite songs of like all the new songs that came out of that movie. And I love that they kind of kept the theme of the song, like na 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 run, but no stay on in the sun. Like that melody, they kind of kept that throughout the movie, but in different ways. And that was quite cool. That like you just felt like you were just in this whole world of the mermaids and the royalty, and like you just felt like you were in it. I thought they kept that theme really, really well. And then that scene at the end where he finally let her go, I thought again how they did that, I thought was quite good. I loved the kind of costumes that they made. I loved all the kind of elaborate tales and all the different mermaids and the mermen and the different kids that were merkids and stuff. I don't know. I really liked it. And like I said, the first 20 minutes I thought, nah, I'm not going to like this. But as it went on, I genuinely gave it a chance. And like I said, even Sebastian, when he was doing Under the Sea, like there were bits of that song that you're like, I'm so used to what I remember in the movie. Like, so when certain elements that didn't happen, I was like, ah. But what they did do is they counterbalance that with something kind of new. Like, and I'm like, actually, that still works. Do you know what I mean? Like, it may not. I think sometimes when you want something to be remade, you want it to be remade with real people in exactly the same way that you imagined it when you saw it for the first time as a cartoon. So I do get, for some people, it's like, well, this wasn't my experience. But to be honest, it wasn't my experience either. Do you know what I mean? Like, that wasn't exactly how I remember the movie going, but did I enjoy it? Yes. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's the point. Like, if you can get past the point of being like, oh, I need to see something that is exactly the same as what I saw. If that's the case, just watch the original animation. Do you know what I mean? But I think in terms of what they did with this, I'm not mad at it. Even when they made Ursula massive and all of that, like it looked good. Like that whole thing with the trident, and I'm happy. I'm genuinely really happy, and I'm really glad I watched it for myself. And which is why you should always, listen to reviews and reactions and all that kind of stuff. But genuinely, always just kind of see how you felt when you saw it. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm really, if I'd listened to my friends, I would never have watched that. But I mean, I was always going to, because Halle was in it. But it's probably taken me a little while longer, because I was like, oh, what if I don't like it? I don't like it. But I can genuinely say, hand on heart, that I really enjoyed it. And I can understand now why some people, I mean, I think some people who got emotional may have got emotional for different reasons. Like, but I think for me, I just got emotional because I just thought they told the story really well. And actually, if you've created an environment in which I believe this like love connection between Eric and Halle, like Eric and Ariel, then your job's been done. I'm ever so sorry. It's like never bonfire night, so hence all the fireworks. Anyway, I really enjoyed that, so I'll probably give that. If I'm honest, I'd probably give that a very like a 7.8. I'd give that 7.8, 7.9. Like I don't know if I could quite give it an 8, but I don't think it like blew my mind in every sense of the word that it could. But I think for where I was when it first started and what I was told before I started to watch it, I think that did a really, really good job of telling that tale and telling it in a way that actually was a little bit refreshing, slightly different, but still very much in keeping with what happened in the original. Do you know what I mean? And I think in that regard, I think everyone should be really proud. Let us know what you guys thought of this. So do tell me what your thoughts were in the comments. Was it a complete no-go for you, or like have you now been a little bit more sold? I'm so sorry. Maybe it's the fireworks from the Disney movies. You know what I mean? They just know it's Disney fireworks. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts were. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please do drop me a like and subscribe. That would be amazing. I do have a YouTube membership, so if you do want to join up to that, that'd be really cool. You get like these really cool badges and stuff, and you get like priority in terms of me being able to spot you on my comments and whatever, which is really cool. Or you can come and join the Patreon family, where you get access to like full reactions, stuff that may never ever come to YouTube, and stuff ahead of the schedule as well. So you'll always be the first to see my reactions to stuff. But yeah, for now, thank you so much for watching with me, and I hope to see you on the next one.